Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I guess we still have my gameplay videos up for today, but bonus video, consider it. There's been some requests, and honestly I was planning on doing this before even the request for it came out. But I'll pop it up on the screen. Had somebody request to do a tier list, but I did have that planned well beforehand. But I want to do a tier list, not in terms of just like how good the character is. I'm sure by now anyone watching MK content on YouTube generally has an idea of who sits where on tier lists. I'm going to be making a tier list here based on just how fun I think the characters are, how much fun I have when I'm playing with each character. So it's going to be definitely more opinion based. And I have played every character on the roster. I also will be. I have a separate tier list ready to go for the cameos. So I will be including cameos in today's video too. We're gonna go over the main roster first. We talk about the cameos after. But I'm just gonna kind of rank them, and we go, from top to bottom here. Just rank them as they come out. And yeah, I guess we'll just get started. Again, just purely opinion based. I've played them all enough to really have a feel for it. So, starting here with Reiko. Reiko, ton of fun. He, honestly, it can depend sometimes on the cameo, but if you're going to be playing him with, like, Darius is honestly really fun to use just because he can extend the combo from his command grab. But otherwise, he's really fun. He's got range. He's got a pretty honestly overpowered projectile, which can be annoying when you're playing against a Reiko if they want to just throw the projectile out all day. Then that can make Reiko not fun. But the range and the grappler style with his command grab and his combos just look really cool. I think he's pretty fun, but there are definitely better options. I'd probably put him at around B tier in terms of fun. I have fun with him. I don't mind playing him. But sometimes I think his combos can feel a little bit limited, and playing against him can be exhausting sometimes because they'll just throw shuriken all day long, and it's not fun to deal with. You can't jump over the EX version, and it's hard to jump over the normal version. So honestly, he's really good at zoning. He's a grappler, so he's really good up close, and he's got decent range because the red beam extension. I think if they nerf his zoning down a little bit, I think he'd be a bit better, and just in terms of like fun to play against. Just because the shuriken should not be impossible to jump over like the EX version, because you can't duck it because it hits mid because the way it spreads, and you also can't jump over it because it goes too high into the air. So it's honestly a little bit frustrating if you don't have a teleport, and that makes him one of the better zoners in the game, ironically. So the fact that he's good at pretty much, he's like a jack of all trades kind of guy. So he's generally pretty fun, but just fighting against him also it's just not all that fun to do. So yeah, I'll put him. I think solid B tier, kind of like right in the middles. I think that's fine. I'll probably like move them around as we go along too. Maybe like move some B tiers up higher if I think they belong in B tier and they're higher or lower than Reiko. But moving on. Moving on. We got Nitara. Man, she's hard to rank. So if I just destroyed you guys' ears because I just hit my desk like that and my mic's sitting on top of it, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, headphone users. She's fun. She's hard to rank though, just because like her neutral sucks. Her like in terms of doing actual combos, oh my god, she has got some of the flashiest and most fun combos to do in the game. But her neutral sucks. It's terrible, and honestly, like depending on the cameo you're using too, can make it a little more enjoyable. I like using Frost because it gives me 50-50, and despite it being super unsafe, which Nitara is already really unsafe, and you're taking a huge risk anyway. If I do hit though, at least with Frost, I'm guaranteed to get a full fun combo. I'm probably gonna put her at C tier for now. I think I might move her up to B tier later. We'll see. But I think right now she's somewhere between B and C, in my opinion. It's just her neutral is not fun at all unless you. I'll put her end of B tier for now. Just now that I'm thinking about it, just because like when you jump up and you could like fly around like an idiot, I think that's really fun. technically not a viable strategy, I think, but I do think it's fun sometimes to jump in, and when your opponent goes for like a standard anti-air, and you fly backwards, and they whiff, and you can get like a punish off of that. I think that's really fun. So I guess it kind of depends on what you do. If you want to make her fun, I think she could be solid. It's just the fact that she's unsafe on everything, and you pretty much if you fuck up in the neutral, you're going to be eating a full combo. That part's not fun at all. So she's somewhere between B and C. I'm gonna keep her like the end of B for now. Maybe I'll move her later. We'll see. Otherwise, I think she's pretty fun. Shang Tsung. Oh man, this guy. He is really hit or miss, I feel like. I do want to play more of him, but he's unbelievably zone heavy, and I don't like playing the zoning playstyle. I am much more of a guy who just wants to rush down. I have a character, either if they have range and if you play footsies really well, I like that. But if they have like pure rush down, that's more my style. But Shang Tsung, he's really like zone heavy. But the switching between old and young Shang and the long combos, and then of course being able to morph it to the opponent's also pretty fun. I'm going to put him at C, honestly. I think it really depends on if I can shapeshift into a character that I think is really fun and I can beat up somebody with that character, get like their brutality. That's always a huge plus about Shang. So I really don't think, if Shang Tsung's in the game, I don't think he's going to be lower than a C tier. But given how zone heavy this version of Shang Tsung is, it's just not my style. So really, what he's got going for him here is the fact that how cool it is to shift from old and young Shang alike, and to be able to just morph into the opponent. Yeah, there's no soul steal, but I can just turn in the opponent whenever I want to. I think that's really fun. So I'll sit him at C. I don't think he's B tier even close. I think he's somewhere in the middle of C tier, just because I really am not a fan of the zoning style. Up next we have Bihan Sub-Zero. Man, he was insane. Like, he was cracked out in the beta. I remember we're all talking about how good Sub-Zero was in the beta, and holy crap, I don't usually say that they butchered a character, but my god, Sub-Zero probably he probably got butchered. I don't think he's good. He's one of the worst characters in the game right now, but his combos are still really fun. The only L is that it doesn't matter what combo you do, you're still hitting her like maybe 35 at most. So he's got fun tools. He has 50-50. Depending on the Kameo you use too, it gives him more combo route trees. So like combo potential alone, and like the fact that he's got 50-50s, and he's honestly like decent in the neutral, I probably put him under Reiko, but in front of him. Yeah, I'd put him somewhere here, I think. Somewhere in front of Natara and behind Reiko, just because I find his neutral to be more enjoyable than Natara's. And he's got a bunch of combo routes that you can do. I mean, yeah, he has like pretty much the same damage no matter what you're doing. But like, you have so many ways of getting to that damage, and it changes like a lot depending on the Kameo, that you could pretty much come up with infinite combos for Sub-Zero, and honestly have them all still feel fresh, like animation wise, and looking at them, I think they're all really cool. No pun intended. But yeah, no, he's super fun. But like, it's just with how much they like really thrashed the guy in terms of his like actual viability, it's just, oh, it sucks to see. Like, it really does. There's no point. I don't like spending meter with him anymore for combo extension. Like, he has his meter burn, bring his down back forward, like that ground spike thing. It literally doesn't add any extra damage at all to the combo, so it's useless. The only thing it's good for is giving plus frames on hit. If you keep them standing, that is. otherwise it's not good. It's just trash. He says he's got some throwaway moves. I think he's somewhere around here. Up next we've got Smoke. This dude is fun. It took me a while to figure out his combos. But once I like really got some practice in, I started to learn him a bit more. And his rushdown style is really fun. I think he's gonna be the first A tier on the list. I honestly, like, I don't play him enough, but when I do play him, it's always a blast. I think a lot of his mixes ups are reactable. If you're playing someone who's good and they have some reactions, it's going to be a little bit tougher than just doing a mix of his back two and his and his forward three. And the fact that his forward 3-2 has an up block gap in it, that's also a bit brutal. But it does leave for some interesting mind games. But the fact that he's an absolute rushdown machine, he's a ton of fun. The invisibility is insane. He's honestly also really good. But in terms of just pure fun, he definitely is up there, and he fits my style quite a bit in terms of just like getting in your face pressure. And obviously, depending on what Kameo you use, he could be an absolute machine. I know Serena's the popular one there with him. Fun combos, pressure, rush down, mix-ups and things. But yeah, he's definitely at a comfortable A tier spot. If I play him more, I might move him up to S tier if I learn a bit more with him, which I do plan to. But for now, I'm just going to kind of sit him here at A tier. Because he really does fit my style. He's super fun. Up next, I preached this in one of my recent videos. Lee May is an S tier in terms of fun. I honestly, in the beta, I didn't know how to feel at first, but because really the cameos were limited, and I felt like you really couldn't do too much with her in terms of combo potential, but holy crap, mixing her up with a bunch of different cameos. Currently my favorite is Scorpion. For combos, she's hitting 50%. She has insane plus frames, which makes her a pressure monster, like an absolute machine. If you go and you watch my Lee May video, I'll put a card up right now. The amount of times I just sit there and I'm staggering my strings and they're the plus frames, I'm poking my opponent, and they're getting like frustrated because they don't know when they can take their turn. It leads to literal free damage, and the amount of times you set up here, you can set up lanterns while Scorpion's popping them up into the air, and then he throws them into the lantern for a combo extension. It's insane. The animations are absolutely gorgeous with the lanterns and like the fireworks and all that stuff. It's gorgeous with the color, and it just looks really cool. Plus frames, I am such a fan of plus frames for pressure. I think it's so much fun when you go on there and your opponent starts to get frustrated simply because they have no clue when they can or cannot press a button. So you'll find them sitting there blocking. They just block it, and you can sit there and chip them out to death pretty much, or just hit them with throws. And then they're like, okay, he's throwing me, now I got to duck. And that's when you start hitting him with the mids, because Lee May has a few really good mids, which lead to full-on like 40+% combos for one bar. So long as if I'm using Scorpion, of course, as the Kameo. Yeah, she is. I've had nothing but fun. Like, it's only fun with Lee May every time I play with her, man. And I used to use Frost, and I still had a blast with it because I could set up lanterns and things with the low freeze. But my god, after the game came out and I started playing with other cameos, like the ambush cameos, like her and Goro, goes pretty hard too, because then you not only have plus frames, but you can set up Goro's stop, and it's just so funny seeing them freak out and like, what do I do? Goro's coming and I don't know if I can press a button, and it's amazing. She's easy S tier for me. Up next, we've got Baraka, which I've mentioned before. I probably have the most videos up with him. I try to keep it varied, but honestly, it's hard to just not want to go and play Baraka. He's another S tier for me. Yes, he's like good, and he's been good. He's only recently gotten nerfed. And he got nerfed harder than Raiden did, in my opinion. but I think Baraka's still up there. He's still pretty good in terms of like actual tier list, I guess, wise. You know, like he's genuinely a top tier character still. But I just think he's so fun. Any combo that he does could lead into a brutality finish, and that's always a huge plus for me. But not only that, but the fact that he has his EX projectile that increases your chip damage. If you're using an ambush like Darius or Goro, Cyrax is obviously really popular with him. But if you're using something that could keep her pressure going, and you like just unblock, you just throw shit out, and you are melting their health bar. Their health is just draining, and all they can do is sit there and block. And it's like, what else can they do? If they don't know the gaps against Baraka, or if you're covering the gaps with your Kameo, say like Cyrax can cover the gap in his his down forward 2 string, or his down forward 2 special move. I mean, it's like you just have to sit there and take it. Like, and that's something that's honestly really brutal to deal with, you know. And I just think it's a ton of fun. He's got 50-50. His combos are fun to do. These multiple combo routes that he can take. Again, that's always a plus. He pairs well with pretty much any Kameo you want to use, so long as he can cover a few of his weaknesses. And his back 3 is incredible because it hits mid and then low like instantly. So you throw it out against a knocked down opponent, and they can't even think about trying to armor to wake up because you're just gonna break it and hit him with another combo. So he's a pressure monster, but I love that chip damage mechanic thing that he's got going on with his EX projectile. So he's a ton of fun. Definitely one of my favorites. I'd probably put him just behind Li Mei in all honesty, because Li Mei is something else, man. She's a ton of fun. Next we have Tanya. Tanya, she honestly is one of the more underrated characters in the game. Just honestly, I think both in terms of how fun she is or how popular she is. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Just behind Smoke though. She's a ton of fun. Her range is absolutely incredible, and then not only that, but she has like a special move that enhances her range and just makes it that much better. But you could literally just play keep away pretty much, but without the projectiles, right? It's not like zoning, but her stand 3 is like so insane for range. You could literally stand full screen and keep the opponent away, you know. And if they can't, you know, get in on you and they're struggling, and you hit them with a stand 3, it leads to a full combo. Especially if you're using the right Kameo, you can get full combos without even spending the meter on drill kick. So I mean, she's got insane stuff, tons of fun. Her air strings look really cool. I think it's her jump in 2-1 air string. That one looks really cool. I have a lot of fun using it. You can also extend combos with her from her down back 4, which is kind of meant to be a combo ender, but because it juggles them in the air, you could use Goro or Scorpion to keep the combo going after you've already used it. So she's got some insanely cool long combos. And not only that, but her range is just so good. She has an amazing parry. She has her teleport still, all of which make her like a combo machine, and honestly more underrated than like people think. I think a lot of people overlook Tanya, just because there are characters in the game that honestly are better than her. I don't think she's high tier in terms of like actually being competitive. I don't think she's high tier, but I also don't think she's as low as people are saying she is. If this was like an actual tier list, I'd probably slap her somewhere around B to C tier, because she can do a lot more than people are led to believe. Just in not only that, again, she's fun, which is what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to put her at A tier, but I do think she's not nearly as fun as Smoke is. So I'm going to keep her behind him. Garrus is insane. Honestly, I've heard people consider him to be low tier in terms of like competitiveness, but I don't know. He's got a lot of stuff going for him. He's super complicated. But he definitely does need a lot of help from cameos. I know Kung Lao is really good with Garrus. Personally, I'm really liking Sub-Zero with him right now. But the combos that you can get with him, he has that tick throw too, which is really cool. There's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with him. Like I have up on my Instagram, I actually have a combo where you use his meter burn back 4-3 and the clone comes out, and I just teabag them with the clone, and then I keep the combo going with regular gears, and I think it's just hilarious. So there's like funny, cool stuff you can do with him. I know there's a clip going around too where somebody froze their opponent, and they did the forward one, so it's like Garrus is humping them, and it's just so fucking funny. So like stuff like that makes Garrus just really fun. I'm honestly gonna put him like I'm gonna put him high B tier, honestly. At least until like when I maybe if I play him again or play him more, I might put him like A tier. He's another one where it's kind of like in between the end of A tier but like high B tier. But I'm gonna put him in B tier, just above Reiko, because he's got some fun stuff, but he definitely does tend to struggle if you're not using the correct Kameo, which definitely makes it feel limited in terms of like Kameo selection. If you want to actually get to your combos, you have to use a Kameo that's going to help cover Garrus's flaws in his neutral game. Havoc. He's an easy A tier. I'm actually gonna put him. Do I put him above? I'm gonna put him above Smoke. I think Havoc is just a ton of fun with his animations, and he's like super unique. Like he's really weird, which that's amazing. Like for me to say that NRS successfully made Havoc the honestly weirdest character in the game, even in terms of his playstyle, that's good. That's what Havoc is. So I think they really nailed it. Getting setups with his back 4-2, like his EX back 4-2, and like I think it's his jaw that sticks on the opponent, and then you could extend combos with it because it's unblockable. I think that's so fun. Like I don't nearly use it enough, but I've been using it recently, like off camera, and it's so fun to pull off. His combos are super unique, and there's a few like ambush cameos like Kano and Cyrax that can get you to start his combos using his slow ass down back one. But he does decent damage. He's super weird and unique, which is always a huge good contributor to just how fun a character can be. And the fact that his down back one has a hit of armor for free, I think is awesome. It doesn't start up instantly like the meter burn one, but the fact that it at least gets armor is awesome. So like his animations, his gameplay, and everything, because it's so unique, it's honestly like super fun. Like his projectiles are the combo extension too. Like it's just, you guys can see why I love this dude so much. He's a ton of fun. Every time I get a chance to play him, man, I'm happy. So he's high A tier. I don't know if I put him at S. I don't know. He could also go either way. We'll see later. Ashura. The range for Ashura, along with the plus frames, definitely puts her up here somewhere. I think I'm gonna put her just behind Smoke, just because I really love this rushdown style from Smoke. But Ashura, pair her with anyone that can help her extend her combos, and you're set, man. Like, she is really good from neutral. She has 50-50. She's hard to punish, too, just because, like, you can do her down forward 3 launcher, and she stays in the air, and if you do the meter burn one, you could still do your jump in attack on the way down, so she's really hard to punish. But she's got 50-50, she has plus frames, so she can pretty much do it all from neutral. So if you give her a Kameo to extend her combos, you're freaking set, man. Like, she does awesome damage. She's a ton of fun. She has pressure and really good range. And of course, plus frames. So that's a bunch of stuff I look for in a character. So Ashura's definitely up here. I'd probably tie her with Smoke, if I'm being honest. They're both super fun, and I wouldn't mind playing them like all day. Next is Sindel. I think she's a ton of fun, but I also don't feel like I quite understand her character as quite yet. Her combos and things are fun to do, but I really do struggle with her neutral, and I feel like that is an issue for her. So her combos are definitely some of the best in the game, though. I won't lie. They're a ton of fun to do. Especially, I think I find using Sonya to be the most fun with her. In terms of just pure combos, and they last forever. You get Scream and things like that. I heard there was a glitch a while back apparently where she got an infinite if you use Sub-Zero with her, which was freaking nuts. But I never did that. Wasn't really interested in it. Wasn't really interested in it. But given that she has some like neutral issues, I don't really enjoy playing neutral with her just because maybe I don't understand it. Maybe she's just not good. I'd probably put her same level as Natara probably, because she's kind of the same in that aspect, where like I don't feel like I like her neutral that much. I think I like it a little bit better than Natara's, and I think that's what's putting her above her. But the combos are honestly just as fun. Like her combos are insanely fun to pull off. Getting the grounded combos with the hairball into the levitate and the jump in, and you just kind of repeat that, and then doing the full combo. I think that's like insanely fun because you're just sitting there and beating the crap out of your opponent for a little while. Her combos last forever, which is definitely a plus, but I really don't enjoy playing neutral with her all that much. So either that's a me thing or a Sindel thing, but either way, that puts her just about here with Natara in terms of like enjoyment. I really shouldn't have to say anything, you guys. Like, do I really need to say anything about General Shao? Like, do I? I don't. No, I will though. He's so fun. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get Shao again. We had Shao Kahn and MK1 as the pre-order DLC, and he was by far my favorite character to play in that game. Range, the plus frames, to laugh at my opponent, despite that move being absolute ass cheeks. It was trash. Even after they buffed it, it was still garbage. Oh, it was terrible. But he hit like a freaking truck in MK1. But I didn't think he'd come back. Like, I didn't think we'd see Shao again. So when they announced that General Shao was coming back, or I guess Shao Kahn was coming back, they turned him into General Shao. I was a little skeptical at first, but when I saw that trailer, instantly fell in love with the dude. The axe is amazing. I love the horns they gave him. His design is awesome. The outfit could have went a little harder. I don't think it's as good as MK1 Shao, but yeah, no, he's definitely so fun. The two stances of having the axe and not having the axe is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. His combos are so flashy too. To like have combos where you start with the axe in hand, and then you extend the combo without the axe, and then you end it by throwing them onto the axe and picking the axe back up, I think just looks so insane. It's so fun. Oh my god. And then all the pressure options that you have without the axe too. Like, I know using Kung Lao with him is insane because he could hold the low hat and really put them in a bind where it's like, I could do the overhead at any second, but I could also let the hat go at any second, and you're going to be eating a full combo. So you could literally sit there and just 50-50 them to death, and he's insane. Definitely honestly currently my favorite character to play in the game. So he's going to be sitting up here at S tier, right in front of Li Mei and Baraka. Up next is Scorpion. Lots of like... Excuse me, guys. I'm recovering from an illness again. I feel like I get sick a little bit too much. But this one's not that bad. It didn't kick my ass like the last one I had. Anyway, Scorpion. I had a lot of mixed feelings on him at first. But after playing him more, after playing the story, because it is Kuai Liang, it's not Hanzo Hasashi. When I first heard that, I was like, ooh, what? But I think I really like it. And honestly, his playstyle is also really fun. I'm probably going to end up putting him... I'd probably put him like right between Tanya and Ashra in the A tier. Just because he has so much freedom with his combos. Because obviously you have Spear. He has the Air Spear, which is a great addition. I think it looks really cool. I think it's a super fun way to extend the combos. His teleport's a little bit weird in this game. It's probably Like, you get the air teleport, which extends combos in the air if you enhance it. But then his meter burn ground teleport is the cancel. So you're not actually, like, hitting them. Which, I don't use it enough, but it is a fun thing to do. The few times I've done it where it's just like, you just meter burn teleport, and it's like, oh, he didn't actually teleport. So now they're blocking and get a bit more pressure. Ton of fun. His back three has a bunch of range. I think all around he's okay in a neutral. If you guys haven't noticed, that's kind of how I'm ranking these, like half neutral, half like just kind of combo potential. And brutalities play a part in this too. Which I will say though, that's one thing about Xiao. Man, I don't have all of his brutalities unlocked yet, but that man cannot end a combo with a brutality at all. it's that's the biggest L about the man. But back to Scorpion. Insane stuff. Awesome brutalities. He's got decent range with that really decent range with that back three. But the combo potential really sets him apart from a lot of other characters with just all of the different things that you can do with him. And you pretty much pair him with almost any Kameo you want. I've seen a nasty duo of Scorpion. Oh my god, man. I went against someone online and the dude used the double Scorpion on me. He had like easy 45% combos. Absolutely insane. Just the double Scorpion is crazy. So yeah, he's a ton of fun. Honestly, he's probably like tied with Ashura and Smoke. He's definitely up here. He's not as fun as Havoc in my opinion, but he's definitely more fun than Tanya. He's definitely tied between these two over here. So solid A tier. Kitana. I am practicing with her for a video. I've played some games with her. I've been in practice mode quite a bit. And holy crap. She is honestly... she's more fun than I thought she'd be. I think I'm going to put her right here. Not as fun as Havoc, but I honestly think I'm enjoying her a bit more than even Smoke and Ashura right now. Oh my god, the pressure, the setup with the bomb, the meterless damage. I have a 43% combo meterless with Kitana and Scorpion. I have 40% combos meterless with Kitana and Sonya. Anyone that could extend combos with Kitana, absolutely like perfect. Like it just makes her so fun. She has plus frames on her EX special, her EX fan toss. Awesome, absolutely awesome. You could end her combos with the bomb too from more pressure setup. If it hits, you're getting more combos, and the fact that she does a really good amount of damage for no meter means pretty much any touch you're getting is upwards of 35%. She's unbelievably fun. As long as you know how to set things up right and you could really get things going with her, it is easy to snowball and just hit them with combo after combo after combo until they rage quit. So definitely a ton of fun. I've had a blast playing her. The only thing I'm upset about is the fact that I haven't played her sooner. So I'm looking forward to recording that video for you guys, because I've got some cool stuff I want to show off with her. I do have my 43% meterless combo up on my Instagram again. Again, my Instagram linked in the description. It's also up on my YouTube homepage if you guys want to go check that out. Same tag and everything, VenomousHero. I believe it's VenomousHero993 for my Instagram, so go ahead, check me out over there. Give me a follow if you want to see some of my combos and things that I'm making. And go ahead and follow me on Threads as well, because I like to talk on Threads quite a bit. So I know it's kind of dead over there, but I can't stand Twitter or X right now. It's just so bad. Up next, we have Johnny Cage. I'm going to put him at the end of S tier here in terms of just how fun he is. And I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Given how often you see Johnny Cage, he's doing something right. I don't think he's as bustedly insane as people think he is. I do think he's beatable. And he doesn't hit really all that hard unless he has his hype meter. So if you're going up against a good Johnny who knows how to use that hype meter, get it set up and hit their combos from it. Oh my god. Then he can be a little bit frustrating to play against, but no matter how frustrated you get, you cannot deny that his combos are insanely fun. They're awesome. They're super unique. The ability to special cancel special moves in the hype mode is insane. He is the best character to use if you're going to be using summon assists cameos as well. So I've got some really fun stuff because you could literally do stand 4 into the hype meter call, do nut punch, and then do a summon assist for the cameo and extend your combo that way. You could literally do pretty much anything you want. I know before the Cyrax nerf there was a ow, that hurt. Got the hiccups. Sorry, you guys. Before the Cyrax nerf, I know there was a double hype meter combo, which was crazy to see. It scaled damage so bad, but the fact that it was possible is what makes Johnny Cage so fun. It's hard not to like Johnny Cage, given his personality and his ridiculously crazy rush down style and the combo potential with the hype meter. Unbelievably fun. He's something else. I'm gonna keep him below Baraka though, just because I have more fun with Baraka because all of the brutality enders that you have, and honestly, I don't know. I just enjoy playing Baraka a bit more. But Johnny Cage, definitely insanely fun. Definitely S tier. Kenshi, hyped up hardcore in the beta. Like, I mean hyped up hardcore in the beta. People were talking about how this dude was going to be the best character in the game. That is so not the case. It is not the case. Honestly, Kenshi is just meh to me. I'm going to put him in front of Shang Tsung in the C tier. But he's just like, unless you're using Sub-Zero or Frost or someone that could like give you an opportunity to get Sento out, then he can be pretty decently fun because the combos look awesome with Sento. I mean, they look insane. The pressure can be awesome having Sento out. But the fact that you can't use your cameo with Sento out, and the fact that you honestly need to have a setup to get Sento out, because honestly you're going to get punished or Sento's going to get hit, and then you can't even use Sento by that point, and you're just wasting your cameo meter. He's not really all that good. I don't think he's as good as people thought he was going to be. And he's honestly not all that fun either, in my opinion. I think a lot of his game without Sento is just kind of keep away. And again, I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. Even like with Sento though, where things start to get a bit interesting, I feel like you got to use the same few combos because you can't call in a cameo. There is no different extension, so I really don't have a whole huge blast while playing Kenshi. I just think he's like meh. I don't mind playing him. Playing with Sento every once in a while is fun, but I really just don't think he's as good as we all thought he was going to be. Alright, this video is getting a little long, and we still have the cameo section to do, so let me try and like rapid fire through these last few here. Kung Lao. I'm probably gonna put him up here, honestly. Just in front of Tanya. I think in front of Tanya at A tier, this makes a decent amount of sense to me. Awesome combos. You could set stuff up with, like, I really like setting stuff up with Goro because he has long, because Kung Lao has long animations on his ender. His back forward 2 specifically. So it gives you a ton of time to get Goro stomp set up, which is always a plus. Really, it comes down to his combos and a decent neutral game from him that honestly keeps him up here. Up next is Mami Melina. I freaking love playing her. Even after the damage nerf that she has, honestly, I'm going to put her just above Johnny. Even after that damage nerf they gave her, being able to use her and Scorpion together is insane. Just because you're still pushing 40 plus. The combos are long. The combos are super fun to do. Her neutral confused me at first, but mixing up the loci with some of her overheads works pretty well. She's got some plus frames on some of her stuff, and yeah, tons of fun. Absolutely love her. Her brutalities are also really cool too, so always a good thing. So easy S tier. Raiden. Oh man, Raiden. Where do I put this dude? I think I want to put him somewhere here in A tier. I'm gonna put him. I think I'm gonna put him like right above Kung Lao, but right behind Scorpion. He's super fun. He really is. But like the oversaturation of him, it's honestly gotten to me. I'm just tired of seeing him sometimes. He's really good, like really, really good. He's still really good after the nerf. Just because his toolkit is insane. Like, he is actually insane. And when you hit those combos, he's pushing a ton of damage. But the only thing I could say is, given how good he is with Jax, I have some combos using Scorpion with him, but like Jax is easily the best one to use. Combos can get a little repetitive. Feel like it's kind of the same few strings with the whatever the shock move's called again. It's just kind of all that. But he's still really fun though. Don't get me wrong. That's why he's up here at A tier, because the mix-ups, the animations are awesome, and it's always fun to hit insane damage. Up next is Rain. I'm gonna put him high B tier. I think he's a ton of fun. But the fact that I have to spend a bar of meter to extend any sort of combo on a punish kind of sucks. Unless you use Scorpion. Technically, with Scorpion, you could do it meterlessly, but I don't think Scorpion is the best Kameo to use with him, just because you need time to do the setup stuff with him, and that's what makes him more fun, in my opinion. I'd rather do the setups than get the big damage with Scorpion, so using a character like Sub-Zero is probably the best option, because you get the freeze, and then you can set up the ground water or the holding the projectile. So I think he's high B tier. I'm not gonna put him in A tier. I think he's okay here. He's definitely higher than Garrus and everyone else in here, but definitely also depends on the Kameo you use. Liu Kang. Look, I love this dude. His design is absolutely incredible. He's got some fun stuff. But if you guys didn't know by now, I'm not gonna put anyone in F tier because I decently enjoy playing everyone. Liu Kang is my least favorite character to play right now. I genuinely do not like playing Liu. I don't like playing against him. I don't like playing as him. I've tried other Kameos. I can't do it. You need to zone. You need to zone with him if you really want a shot. I don't like zoning. It's not fun for me. I know some people get a kick out of it, and it's okay. Obviously, it's okay to mix it into your game every once in a while. It's not my thing. But he's so unbelievably good at it. You just have to when you're playing him, and his combos feel repetitive regardless of who I'm using as a Kameo. I just kind of feel like it's the same, launch, the meter burn or not the meterless launcher. Then he just rinse and repeat with the kicks and the dragon. I think all of this stuff looks insane. This is the best Liu Kang has ever looked. This is the best version of Liu Kang in terms of the story. But in terms of gameplay, I do not have fun with him. He's definitely D tier. He's going to be the lowest on this list. Reptile, I struggled with him at first. I really did. But in all honesty, I'm gonna put him up here with the S tiers. I think he's unbelievably fun. The fact that he switches and shapeshifts between his lizard form and his human form, I think is so cool. It's so freaking cool. And his brutalities are awesome. The animations are so sick. The invisible setups, they're pretty cool too. And honestly, I think using Scorpion with him, I know I like using the Scorpion Kameo, if you guys can tell by now, but I think Scorpion fits Reptile more than Scorpion fits almost any other character in the game. because Scorpion gives Reptile an overhead mix-up, which Reptile does need. Scorpion gives Reptile really decent damage, upwards of 40%. It makes the combos look really cool. And not only that, but Reptile has some risky stuff that you could do on block that you could also cancel into the spear for with Scorpion. So Scorpion really helps Reptile with every aspect of his game. So if I'm using Scorpion with Reptile, yeah, he's here. He's definitely super fun. He's S tier, but he's definitely he's the lowest on the S tier list. So there you go, guys. It's the final glance at it. Obviously, Omni-Man comes out next week as of me recording this. We have no word on anybody else pictured here, so I'm not even going to touch these guys. Omni-Man looks insane. If I had to guess on where I'd put him, I'd either put him high A or low S tier based on what I've seen so far. But I'm not going to rank him simply because I haven't played him yet, so I can't really be a judge on it. So this is my fun tier list in terms of purely like playing them, I guess. Just how much fun I have when I'm using them. And I think they're all in just about the right order. I don't think I want to move anybody. I said I might. But I think this all makes a decent amount of sense to me. So these are my top 3, you guys. I posted it on Threads, as like I mentioned earlier. Go follow me over there. I did talk about how these 3 are my absolute favorites to play. So next we're going to be running through the cameos. This won't take nearly as long as the playable characters. So we got the cameos, much less of them, much less to talk about because they're cameos. They're not full-on playable characters. So I'm kind of just going to run through this, try and wrap up the video. Going from top to bottom here, Cyrax. Come on, he's an S tier. Not only is he just that good on a cameo level, but he's got so many fun tools that you could use. With the bomb setup, you can meter burn his throw for a combo, which is awesome. I only learned that recently too. The pressure you could do with the saw blades, the combo extension you could do with the saw blades, the nets. Like, come on, you cannot have Cyrax anywhere else but S tier. Even in just a fun list or even a gameplay standpoint, he's S tier. Darius, love this dude. His combo extension's awesome, though he is quite a bit expensive, so he does spend a lot of the time on the sidelines. I'm gonna put him at A tier. He's got a bunch of cool stuff that you could do. He gives you an overhead that pops up, which is awesome. So he's got some pressure setups, but he is a really expensive cameo. So I feel like a lot of times he's kind of riding the bench. So I'm gonna put him over here at A tier because he is fun, but you don't get to use him that often. Frost, I'm gonna put her low at C tier just because she's all summon assist, which by this point everybody knows ambush assists are better than summon assist. If you don't know the difference, ambush assists can be called anytime during your offense without having your character do an animation. If your character has to do an animation to summon the cameo, that's a summon assist. An ambush assist means the cameo is free to move. So all of her stuff is summon. I only really find uses in like 2 of her summon moves, which is the ice ball and the slide. And she's really good specifically with some characters who need low mix that can help them extend combos, but she's also super unsafe on it. So meh, she's honestly character specific in my opinion. So I think C tier is about the right spot. Goro, get the hell out of here, man. He's an S tier. I'm putting him above Cyrax, and I don't care what you think. This freaking dude, ambush, and he's got some summons, but the ambush extension for combos is awesome. It can turn almost any character you got into a corner fucking monster. The way that he can extend it with his upward punch. And not only that, but the stomp setup is so unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I could sit there and jail someone into a stomp. They're eating an extra 9% because it doesn't scale so long as if you do it properly and it's not in a combo, they're eating an extra 9% tacked on. Yes, it causes your entire cameo bar, but an extra 9% could literally win you the match. He's unbelievably fun. Unbelievably fun. He can extend pretty much anyone's combos. Yes, it's not as flashy as like Scorpion or Sonya, but he gets the job done, man. He's awesome. And obviously, just the fact that he's an ambush definitely gives a bit of an edge as well. So, and he has a summon assist for a combo extension too, with that toss that he has, and then of course punch walk keeps it safe too. And then not only, like, speaking of keeping you safe and like pressure options, his ambush upward punch can keep you safe and provide pressure for you. So easy S tier. I think he's honestly underrated. I don't think people talk about him enough. Jax, I'm gonna play him at the end of S tier as well. He is all, except for one, he is all ambush. He also turns pretty much anyone into a corner monster, but with some characters he also helps a ton in mid-screen. And not only that, but the unblockable setups with him are also insane. And honestly, like, the fact that they all lead to combos too is crazy. So he's definitely up here. And the fact, here's the biggest thing with Jax, in my opinion, when you bait someone into an up block and you grab them, the fact that you can meter burn the grab and do like extensions off of it, you could get almost 40% on an up block punish just from meter burning the Jax throw, which is crazy. I think that's absolutely insane. So he's definitely up there on S tier in terms of just having fun. Kano, I'm gonna put him on B tier. I don't use him enough. I've never really felt the need to. His knives are really good. Pair him with Johnny, pair him with Havoc. Kano Ball's fine because it provides a pressure option. You can cancel it. Otherwise, I don't think he's all that great. He's fun to sprinkle in sometimes. He's fun to get when I'm playing randoms, but otherwise I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to pick him. But the fact that he's an ambush, the fact that his knives extend combos, and he has pressure options with Kano Ball definitely puts him above Frost pretty easily, in my opinion. Motaro. This absolutely pains me, but I mean, it hurts, but he's an F. I can't use Motaro. I could maybe find reason to use him when playing Xiao, but he is not fun. He's boring. Two of his assists, which are summons, mind you, are projectiles. One of them kind of cool, shoots 3 times. The other one's low, but then he has this projectile reflect that you have to hold, and he walks forward. It's not that good either, because the second your opponent sees it, Motaro's big ass horse body gets in the way. You can just punch him out, and then he's gone. And then on top of that, there's only a few characters like Natara and Xiao, or if I can think of off the top of my head, where the teleport becomes pretty useful. Otherwise, he's not good. He's not fun to use. He pretty much just has extra projectiles. And he's flat out trash as a cameo. No one's using Motaro. I'm sorry. I love Motaro as a character. I was super excited for him to come back. But until they buff the dude, which I'm sure they will later, he's going to be sitting at F tier. And he's probably the only F tier in today's tier list video. Sarina, I mean S. Right behind Goro. S tier. The projectile options that you have with her, not only does she have one fast hitting projectile, but the projectiles that come back to you and extend combos is awesome. Absolutely insane. Gives anyone you're using with Sarina, and I mean anyone, you use her back summon for the projectiles to come back to you for combo extension. It's an easy little damage boost for you and any character that you're playing. Super simple to use, but my favorite thing about Sarina is the meter drain. You get someone in the corner with Sarina. I love pairing her with Baraka right now, for example. And you just continue to space out her meter drain, and you keep the opponent in the corner. They're never breaking. They're done. They are stuck there until you decide to stop. And I don't stop. They're dead. That's it. And that is so funny to me because they can't do anything about it. And I think, honestly, it's incredible. Combo extension gives anyone you're playing with a decent projectile, but the fact that you could drain their meter while they stand in that little circle in the corner, and it drains their meter while they're in the air during a combo too, perfect. Honestly, amazing cameo. Just underneath Goro for me. Scorpion, I don't need to say anymore. Sector, he honestly, pressure is awesome with the missiles. His teleport is a little slow. I wish it would hit a little bit faster so I can actually hit some more combo extension ideas that I have. He has a restand, which I really love. I'm going to put him high A tier. Pressure, restands, combo extension, really good. If his teleport and his flame restand were just a little bit faster, and I can hit them both more consistently, he'd be an S tier. But right now I think he's high A. Shujinko, I'm gonna put him high B tier. He's really fun to use, but that's about it. He's not good as a cameo. He's not really viable. It depends a lot on what your opponent's playing, which I don't like. It takes control out of my hands. I don't like that. But when I'm just playing casually and I'm just trying to have fun, Shujinko is honestly a go-to cameo because he's really funny with his little punch and his kick. You set him up, you can use him as a fucking meat shield. And stealing the opponent's move is always fun as well, so solid B tier. Sonya, I'm going to put her high A tier. Combo extension is great and awesome. She has a projectile that you could use for pressure because you can cancel it and hold it and whatnot. Otherwise, meh. Kind of like, she's okay. She's not crazy. She's not bad. I just think she's decently fun to use and sprinkle in with certain characters. So I'm gonna put her high A. She could maybe be at the end of the S, but I think high A works just fine. Striker, I'm gonna put him at D tier. I love the options he has. He has the overhead. The overhead, I swear to God, I might be tripping, but I swear his overhead summon used to pop up for combos. I guess it doesn't, or it doesn't anymore. I don't know. But he has his overhead, he has low, so he gives you instant mix, instant 50-50 just using Striker alone. And from both ends too, so that's definitely a plus. So you can help out anyone with 50-50s. His restand is awesome. A restand is always a plus. I'll tell you, if they have a restand, they're not going to be F tier. So he's D tier though because his bombs fucking suck. His bombs are trash. They're okay in certain pressure situations. You just want to blow up your opponent or something with, like, he's fine with Baraka. I think you could make Striker Baraka work pretty well. But honestly, otherwise, the bombs freaking suck. They're there, I think, what was supposed to be for combo extension. They're trash. They're not good at all for combo extension. So, I mean, literally, you could use almost any other cameo and you'll get better combo extension than Striker's bombs. So he's honestly not that great, but very specific character situations, he's usable. Sub-Zero. I'm gonna put him behind his former Grandmaster. I'm gonna keep him here on A tier, right above Darius, but all of what he does is summon, which is an L. But the freeze is so damn good that you could pretty much use him with anybody that benefits from a freeze, and you're going to be good. And his cold shoulder is also awesome. And the fact that he could help you get in versus projectiles with the ice shield, I think that's really cool. Cold shoulder can keep you safe on certain things. I really love using him with Garrus for that. Because the freeze gives me opportunities to set stuff up with Garrus, but he also keeps me safe on my forward 4 with the cold shoulder, and he helps people get in, which is always a plus. So honestly, I would tie him here with Sector, but I give Sector a little bit of an edge. You know what? I'm gonna put him over here. I'm gonna put him just above Sector. Now that I'm like thinking about it, the fact that if Sector could just have a little bit faster teleport and a little bit faster on his flame restand, I would put him up at S tier. But the fact that I struggle to use those in ways that my mind wants to, I'm going to put him here, and I'm going to put Sub-Zero over here. So that's the tier list, you guys. These pretty much kind of covers all of my thoughts in terms of just like the characters I really like to play. I'll put them side by side for you, but yeah, cameos, most of them are pretty good, usable, fun. Literally, you could use any of them probably except for Mataro. Fucking trash. He's the worst in the game, worst character in the game. That includes playable characters. But yeah, And then here's this one. I changed my mind. I'm not putting them side by side. I'm just gonna flip them. But here's my playable characters, my tier list. As you can see, most of them are up there. Like I like playing pretty much the entire roster. There are just certain characters I prefer playing more than others, which is kind of what this tier list is for. And if you guys want to see what I'm talking about and try and have some fun with the characters that I think are really fun, like just look at my S tiers and try and play them. This doesn't mean you're going to be super successful with them. I'm not saying they're amazing characters in terms of like just competitiveness. Like honestly, I don't think Reptile's all that great when it comes to viability, but in terms of having fun, I think he's definitely up there. And then cameos too. Scorpion, I don't really need to say anything. Like there's no elaboration to it. Combo extension, beautiful. Overhead, beautiful. Keeps you safe, beautiful. Done. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. This might be a bit of a longer video, probably longer than I expected it to be. But yeah, let me know. You guys agree? You guys disagree? And just maybe just give me like a top 3 for both cameos and playable characters. Give me like your top 3 favorites for each. And yeah, go ahead, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. That would help the channel a ton, help to push the video out to more people, so that maybe they could get in on a discussion of who their favorites are. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified for all videos just like this one, just like my gameplay videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.